Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back, or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zielinski. I'm a psychic medium and a spiritual teacher, and I thought I would chat today about a couple of my favorite crystals. I've got my top 3 that I'm going to talk about. Now, a little bit of a disclosure, nothing that I'm about to say is meant in any way to replace or take away from medical treatment, medications, counseling, or therapy services. It's meant to add that we can add things to our spiritual journey and work with the medical world. And I think we're getting better and better at that. I do have physicians and holistic practitioners that send me referrals to add to work with. And crystals, for me, I resonate to crystals. They have a profound experience with me, but you have to be open-minded and an open heart. And it's okay if they don't resonate to you. Take what resonates and leave the rest is what I always say. But if you're open to work with crystals and you resonate there, have a listen. So my top 3 crystals, let's start with, and in no particular order, but these are the 3 that I work with the most. Number 1, first on my list today, Amethyst. Amethyst is an amazing healer. It works very well at calming anxiety, helping with sleep, helping get into that peaceful space. Now, with all these crystals, I mean, you're welcome to look them up and read up a little bit more further. I suggest you do that if you're interested. I'm just going to skim the surface. So if you are really pulled to learning more, grab a crystal Bible or have a Google, whatever works best for you, and go a little bit deeper into their meanings and their origins. Now, I have amethyst underneath my bed. I have amethyst on me at all times. It really helps for me calm the vibration or anything chaotic in the physical world. It kind of turns the volume down. It kind of brings that peaceful vibration into what's going on. And it so helps with sleep. I have amethyst under all the beds in my home. Now, you do not need a big piece like this. A small piece, very tiny piece, will serve you just as well as these big pieces. And if any crystal shop tells you otherwise, you can tell them that Lana challenges them on that, because it's all intention and vibration. So a small piece does put out the same amount of energy as the big pieces, in Lana's opinion. Amethyst also does really well in the backpacks of children for school, because it does bring that, especially right now. We know we're heading back to school. There's a lot of anxiety. I have amethyst in the backpacks, and I also have amethyst in my purse, in my vehicle. It just anywhere that, any time, any place that you just need to be able to calm the anxieties, to kind of give yourself an extra layer of protection, or an extra layer to help balance. Balance is the big word, balancing the anxiety, being able to turn it down a little bit. Amethyst. The other thing with amethyst, sorry, I'm going to put that down. The other thing with amethyst is the reason that I like to wear it is because throughout our day we're faced with different energies. And that's probably why I wear a lot of my crystals, is we're faced with so many different energies. So it helps to have that extra layer of protection and balance. Now, my next one that I want to talk about here, and very, very dear to my heart because it's so loving, is the rose quartz. Now, this is a piece of raw rose quartz. I like a lot of my crystals raw. I do have some that are polished. For me, I just resonate to the raw pieces. But raw or polished, what do you resonate to? I think that's what works for you. I have rose quartz in every corner of every room in my home. Unconditional love is its vibration. I personally feel we cannot max out on that. It puts out only unconditional love. So if you struggle with self-love, if you struggle with needing that vibration of unconditionalness, I know unconditional is a powerful word, and when there's not a lot of us that truly lean into the unconditional love. It's, especially when it comes to ourselves. We love other people unconditionally, but that whole self-love bit. I also use rose quartz with children. The work that I do with kids, excuse me, I always recommend rose quartz, being able to love ourselves unconditionally and have a little bit of help with that. I also wear rose quartz. Rose quartz is on me every day because I feel that it is a constant work in progress for all of us. It does take effort and awareness to be able to unconditionally love yourself, especially when we're going through things, especially if we're going through some hard lessons. You know, we're so hard on ourselves that rose quartz kind of helps get me through some of those moments on my spiritual journey. I also love selenite. Selenite is a natural cleanser. It's a form of salt, so you cannot get selenite wet. Otherwise, it does disintegrate. I have selenite on my dresser in smaller pieces. I will put my jewelry around it or on it. I have selenite above every doorway in my home, every window, up on the windowsill. If you are entering my home, you will naturally walk under the selenite and negative energy. It will remove negative energy. Selenite removes negative energy and it charges other crystals. So if I cannot get all my crystals out under the full moon, the selenite is constantly cleansing them. So it is a natural cleanser and a natural charger. I also wear selenite. So I have a piece of selenite, very small piece that I had somebody wire wrap for me that I will wear if I'm going out to a place where I know I may struggle with the energy there. You know, people are all on their own journey, but sometimes their energy, you know, may affect me because of the empath that I am. I will wear a piece of selenite to just kind of keep that energy at bay for me. I have selenite in every space that I possibly will spend time in. It is in my vehicle. It is in all my workspaces. It's, you know, energy is so important, and I don't think we give it enough attention. So I like to add the crystals to help me navigate through that, to help guide me through it, to help buffer some things. There are so many crystals with a lot of different traits, and if crystals really resonate to you, dive a little bit deeper. You know, there's many ways of working with crystals and their qualities. I always say to people, when you're picking out a crystal, you know, you don't necessarily have to look it up before you pick it up. See what one resonates to you. If you're walking around a crystal shop and you're really pulled to this one crystal, instead of looking up the name before you buy it, feel the crystal and buy it and then look it up. Because I'll tell you right now, 100% of the time when I tell people this, they'll be like, oh my goodness, Lana, it is exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed. You'll be pulled to what you need when it comes to crystals. It's incredible. I also wear hematite. It is a black. I don't have a big piece. I'm sorry, but I do wear it. It is a black crystal. It is very grounding. It helps keep you very present, very grounded. It helps me with staying in the power of now. So, you know, if I'm struggling, I will just simply reach for my hematite bracelet and I'll give it a rub, and it kind of brings my awareness back to the power now. Very grounding. I do hope that you enjoyed some time with my top 3. I actually incorporated 4 with the hematite, but my top 3 crystals to share with you today were the amethyst, the rose quartz, and the selenite. What are your favorite crystals? Drop a comment. What are your favorite crystals if you resonate to crystals? And I do hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me here on the channel. I'm very grateful for all your love and support. I am wishing you much love, light, blessings, and as always, a spirit guided day.